Welcome to another online class for STIA 1113 Programming 1. Today I'm going to talk about how Java programming works from the source code until the execution of the class. So we're going to compare that with a traditional program compiler, and we're going to look what are the differences between Java based application and also a traditional application compiler such as C or C++. Okay, for Java we start with the editor. So this editor can be anything. You can use Notepad, you can use whatever text editor that you are interested in, as long as it is in ASCII based editor. So your code is going to be in the following format: hello.java. So all your programming will be inside this file. And then you need Java compiler. So the compiler comes with the installation of a JDK, Java Development Kit. So you need to have that in your computer to be able to compile Java program. So the Java compiler then produce a class file, and then the class file also need to link some libraries if there's any library used by the programming. And another application from the Java runtime environment called java.exe is needed to execute the class file. Okay, so java.exe or Java application here, the interpreter application, basically the one that execute or run Java class file. So we're going to see how the application, how this architecture actually works for Java. Okay, so I'm going to have one folder here. So I'm going to delete this first. Basically, this is just to show how the Java programming works. So here in my desktop, there's one empty folder. I'm going to create a Java source code file. So the first step here is this one, to produce the hello.java source file. I'm going to use a simple editor such as Notepad. I'm going to increase a little bit the font. Okay, so I'm going to write a simple Java code. Public class name hello world. Okay, open curly braces and close curly braces, and then inside the class we're going to have the public static void main string arguments. Okay, so this is the main method, and of course we're going to close the curly braces. So inside here I'm going to have one statement just to print out hello Java. Okay, just a simple string to print out hello Java. Okay, that's it. This is basically the basic structure for Java programming. So I'm going to save the file inside folder on my desktop. So this folder named Java here, I'm going to give it a name hello world.java and save as all file. Okay, remember to save as all file, not as text file but as all file, and the extension of the file name is .java, hello world.java. Save. Okay, now you can see there's a file there, hello world.java, inside my folder Java. Alright, so I'm going to close this. I'm going to show the process to compile the application from the source file using the Java compiler into a class file. Okay, so from here to this file dot class. So you notice that the name of the class hello world, the name of the file also hello world. This is a must for Java programming. The class name must always be the same name with the file name. Okay, then I want to use Java compiler. So Java compiler, as I mentioned, comes with the JDK. Okay, so you need to have the JDK installed in your computer. So normally JDK installed in the following directory. So you can see here under program file Java, there are two folders. One for JRE, this is for the Java runtime environment. There's another one, JDK, so you have the Java development kit. This is where your Javac, if you can see the Java compiler, okay, the one that I mentioned here, Javac. Okay, so javac.exe, basically it represented by javac.exe here. So this is the compiler that turn Java file, the Java source code file, into class file. So we're going to see how that works. So I'm going to use command prompt that allow me to compile using the Javac as a native. Okay, so I'm going to change directory to desktop and then into the folder Java. Okay, so now you can see there's only one file inside here, hello world.java. So as simple as JAVAC, Javac, the name of the source code file. I'm going to show you, okay, that it's going to create another file inside here. Okay, so as I given the Javac hello.java, from this to this, it's going to produce .class file. Okay, so there's no class file here. So when I give the instruction to compile the file, okay, so now you can see there's a new file here called hello world.class. So this is the class file. Okay, this is the class file hello. So in my case, hello world.class. So hello world.class. Okay, so from this part to this part, using javac.exe, the compiler of Java, it produces .class file, hello world.class. Okay, now to execute Java file, to execute the class file, we need another program called java.exe. So java.exe provided by JRE, Java Runtime Environment. Okay, so as you can see inside the folder, for the Java folder, you can see that's JRE. So inside folder bin, you can see Java this application java.exe, okay, provided Java by Java Runtime Environment. So that application java.exe is basically the interpreter for hello class, hello world.class, and then run the instruction on your computer. Okay, I'm going to show that process also. So now I'm going to run the application. So to run the application, as I mentioned, you need the application Java and hello world. It is a class file, but we don't put .class. To run the application, to run a class file, you don't have to put .class. Okay, press enter. Now you can see hello Java printed out in your terminal and successfully executed by the processor. So this Java file execute class file and run on your processor and show the result to the terminal here. Okay, so that for Java, that basically how Java works. You have the compiler and you have the interpreter. So you need two applications to execute Java file. Compared to a more traditional compiler, you only have one compiler. So that compiler basically produce executable file, or we call it a .exe, and that .exe can directly execute it on processor. Okay, but the difference is that you can take the class file for Java, this class file, and you can run this on any computer, any operating system that has the Java runtime environment. Okay, so next I'm going to show you the traditional Java compiler, the traditional compiler that compile into executable file. So I'm going to use Turbo C++. So this Turbo C++ basically it's another high-level programming language that allow us to write a program using a simple programming language. So I'm going to show you the basic process here. So you can see this is some basic codes. Okay, so here you have the void main, open curly braces and close curly braces. So inside here there's only one, there's a 4 instruction. Clear screen, this is clear screen. This one is a printf. This is printf to print out these two words, equivalent to system.out.println in Java. And then we get this and compile the code. Okay, so I'm going to show you the directory of the program. So this is Turbo C++, and this is the source file. This is the project file. Okay, so the file name is hello.c. So when I compile the code, the output of the file, this is the source code file. This is equivalent to hello world.java. Okay, this is hello.c. So the output is going to be in the folder, in the source folder here. So at the moment there's nothing yet. So when I let me open again the file. File is in project directory. Okay, sorry for that. So the output is going to be in the folder source. So if I compile the code, Control F9, okay, so you can see that there's a new file automatically created here, hello.exe, and the output of the project, okay, it's going to print out hello world, welcome to Turbo C++. Okay, so this is basically the file that is being compiled and produce the exe file. So to run that file, I can just access the shell, go to the directory, so the folder is in source. So there's a file name hello.exe. To run the program, just type in hello.exe. You can see the program run directly without using any other external program such as a Java or C or anything. So it means that the process only start from here, and then there's a C compiler, and it compile into what we call as the executable file, and you can run that file without having to use any interpreter to the processor. So it skipped this file, it skipped this process because it already produced the what we call as a binary file or the executable file for the C programming. Okay, so that basically how the difference between Java and other type of programming language. So Java, you need two, compiler and interpreter, to interpret the class file into executable file. But in programming languages such as C or C++, you don't have to do that. Okay, so that basically it. Leave a question if you have any. Thank you.